County Police Department there and said, Rev, before you step in this and make yourself look bad, let me tell you, that whole presentation was a lie. It came out over the television. The whole thing. What makes me angry is how the media has manipulated the masses all over the world and literally got people marching and protesting saying justice for Michael Brown. Let me deal with that for a moment. Everybody say this. There's no such thing as justice for a person. Please understand that. When we say we want justice, you know what we mean? What we mean is I want y'all to give us what I want. I want you to do what I think needs to be done. That's not justice. Justice is the result of the accumulation of the facts. Okay, that's justice. That's truth. Justice is based on truth. Justice is not based on mass manipulation by the media. Did y'all hear what I just said? Trust me, family, everything that you heard over the news media was misinformation. Everything. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I get it, Tom.
Okay.
As far as the Michael Brown situation?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
This is one of the reasons why I tell people, read the transcripts. Don't take the media. Read the transcripts. Okay? What actually happened, without going through the whole day.
Yeah, I just was getting mixed messages. That's why I need you here, because
Okay.
I feel like you can get me closer to the truth.
Okay. What actually happened is Michael Brown did rob the store. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about that. He committed a crime. The crime is called strong arm robbery. If he hadn't committed that crime, he'd be alive today. Okay? Because when the officer rolled up on him and told him to get out of the street, that's what that was about. Okay? They were walking down Miller Street. They told him to get out of the street. Cool. As he pulled off, okay, he noticed the cigars in his hand. That's when he backed up. And also as he pulled off, because he told him to get out of the street, Michael Brown had uttered some words to the officer. Okay, he backed up, and when he backed up to confront them, that's when this altercation took place. He didn't even he called in, okay, and we got the radio call. He called in, and he had identified the two that came over the radio call description from the store. But he didn't get to that point. He never got to that point, because when he backed up, and he backed up aggressively. Maybe he should not have done that. He backed up aggressively, and when he backed up, it left Michael and Dorian right there at the police cruiser. An altercation ensued. Yes, it did, between Michael Brown and the law enforcement officer, where Michael Brown did assault the officer. Michael was high. That's the truth. In fact, he and Dorian had been smoking since about 8 o'clock that morning. Okay, so both of them were high. He and Dorian were high. You know. Now trust me, I'm there. Okay, y'all only thing y'all know is what the news has told y'all. I'm there on the ground. You follow what I'm saying? Okay.
But you weren't there at the scene.
No, but no.
When that happened.
No, I wasn't at the scene.
Yeah.
But I am there on the ground.
Yeah, but I'm saying none of those factors.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm finding it hard to.
I understand that, and I need y'all to leave your emotions out of this.
I just wanted to hear.
She wanted to hear from me,
So I can cipher
right?
out what I'm.
Okay, and I'm telling you the testimony of eyewitnesses. 2 of them go to my church in St. Louis. One of the sisters watched the whole thing from inside her car. The news media ain't tell y'all that. You follow what I'm saying? I'm there.
Right.
Okay?
Continue.
So thank you for asking to hear from me. Okay? An altercation did ensue. Yes, he fought the officer, and the officer shot him from inside the vehicle. That's when he took off running. Officer got out and gave chase. He ran about 150, according to the crime scene report, he ran about 153 feet and when he turned around. And when he turned around, he charged back at the officer 23 feet. I have the picture right here in my computer to show you that. From the blood trail.
You mean with the gun? He
Yes.
had gun too?
No. He charged back at the, he was unarmed,
When you say charge back, that means
coming toward the officer, yes. He ran back toward the officer for 23 and a half feet. You got me? The blood trail shows that. See, this is what I mean. The media didn't tell you that. The media is not going to tell you that.
But why would
So
he
now
run back?
follow what
sorry,
I'm saying.
continue.
Yeah, I can't tell you why he ran back.
Okay.
Okay, all I can tell you is from the first shot, when he turned around and he started back toward the officer, from the first shot till he went down was 23 and a half feet. The blood trail shows him running back that far. Before, when he got shot and when he stopped. Okay? Now, that is why the officer walked. That's the only reason why Officer Wilson was cleared of the charge. Because of the forensic crime scene evidence showing him running from the driveway where he was standing on the sidewalk back 23 and a half feet, which he ended up in the middle of the road. Okay? And this is the crime scene evidence that caused our people on the ground to call me and say, Rev, before you make yourself look bad, you need to know what really happened. Because that's not what the television media showed us. You see, when I first heard on the media, I got infuriated. I was ready to go out there and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? So he ran back toward the officer, and that's what gave the officer the justifiable right to shoot. Officers, we are trained to pull that trigger until the threat is eliminated. Did y'all just hear what I said?
Yeah.
We're trained to pull the trigger until the threat is eliminated. And again, here's the sick part about that. That's up to the officer. It's depending on what's going on in that cop's head.
And if he feels the threat.
And if he feels threatened, right. So he kept pulling the trigger until the brother fell. And of course, as he was going down, that was the last kill shot in the top of the head. You see? Now, again, the media didn't tell y'all that. And that's why everybody's inflamed. Here's what the media said. An unarmed black teenager, 18-year-old, was shot and killed by a white police officer. When I heard that, I got ballistic too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got ballistic, man. I went off until I examined the crime scene reports myself. The media didn't show you that.
Can I ask the audience a question? Especially you young people there. Which one of y'all would run back towards the armed police officer who had already shot you? I mean,
Nobody in their right mind.
nobody. It just defies common
It
sense.
defies common sense. But again, see, this is why, how many of y'all have seen CSI on television? Okay, see, that's the whole purpose of crime scene units. Okay? It's the evidence on the ground that tells you what happened. It paints the whole picture all over again for you. Okay? And the thing is, because the brother was not in his right state of mind. Okay? And see, another thing we need to check. Do I have y'all's permission to speak candidly?
Yes.
Permission to speak candidly.
Granted.
I'm not going to speak if you don't give me permission.
Sure,
yeah, granted.
Permission to speak candidly. Let's take the angel's wings off of this guy. We're acting like he was an upstanding citizen of the community. Like he was a pastor or a civil rights leader. We're talking a brother who was come on, y'all, he was a member of
You just like them kids sitting right there.
No, I'm not gonna say no, I can't say that, brother. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Man, he
That's
was
not
a
fair.
young black man.
Brother, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Yeah, but you do.
I'm telling you, I'm bad, brother. I'm
Based on what?
Okay.
You wasn't at the crime scene. Based on what?
Out of respect to the people we're sitting in front of.
Yeah, but
Don't disagree with me like that, man.
No, man, but I'm disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yes, you are.
This is not personal.
I'm not talking to
This is
person.
not personal. If Obama was sitting there, I would raise the same issues with him.
Brother,
Yeah.
I'm telling you what happened. And you have to accept
Now,
it.
you're telling me from a police perspective.
What better
happened.
perspective to tell you?
Man, come on, man.
What better perspective to tell you, brother?
This just doesn't make any sense to me. What you saying?
All right, I don't know what to tell you, though. I can only tell you what happened. Now, you don't have to accept
You
it.
can tell me what they told you.
No,
happened.
brother. You don't have to accept it.
You can tell me what they told you happened.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
brother.
man,
All
I
right.
have two questions that
Yeah, let me talk to these children.
All right, but why would you go back to it?
I can't answer that for you,
All right,
brother.
but look, can't
I can show you the picture of the crime scene, though.
Can't they alter the blood if they want to?
No, brother, no. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. In other words, if you don't want to see the truth, then you start adding all that stuff in. When a crime scene is being processed, there are too many witnesses there, brother. There are too many witnesses, too many cameras on the scene. See, you're not in law enforcement, so you don't understand crime scene processing. You follow what I'm saying? Take it from me, man. We don't do, the crime scene investigators don't do that because there's too many of them.
Thought-provoking, always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. Baruka.
The people are being misled and nothing is being said by the poets. Nothing is being read by the poets. Right speech has become one-sided. The truth is being divided into opinions, and now we all have opinions, but no one has the truth. For even roots are wearing perms and information is infirmed, and no one wants to learn, for everybody wants to teach. So poetry has reached the end of its rope. Holding on to hope, but hope's not holding on, for honest poetry is gone, and no one wants to warn these lying poets. Stop speaking falsely, poets, for you are great and you have weight, so do not wait to prove you care or show it, because you're here to uplift the masses if you're a poet. But nowadays poets are lost in themselves, writing poems on themselves, writing poems for themselves, trying to tell everyone else that they're not like everyone else, but they're just fooling themselves. I remember when poets would humble themselves to study and watch, but nowadays poets just want to be studied and watched while you study or watch to see if they've got any more time, forcing them to drop non-stop lines by line as poets while they try to show it to your third eye, using 3 minutes to give you 3,000 reasons why 3 judges shouldn't deny them 3 tens as scores for the metaphors that drop from their lips. When real poets don't spit metaphors, we spit meta 5s, meta 6, meta 7s, meta 8s, and meta 9s. So poets need better minds, not better rhymes. So the people are deaf, dumb, and blind. And if the blind are leading the blind, then how far can you go before you find yourself inside a ditch? I've watched too many poets scratch where it didn't itch and laugh when it wasn't funny. I've seen people spend their hard-earned money to sit and listen to poets who claimed that they were prophets, but when they got on the mic and dropped it, the only person that made a profit was them. Shallow women and shallow men who only write poems to get tens. Where are the poets when you need them? The people are starving cause you won't feed them. The people are seeking freedom, not a slam. They're looking for poets to take a stand and put the truth back in their pens and stop selling lies because you know it gets you tens. Where are you poets? Where are you today? Where are the poets who truly practice what they say? Every day the people suffer. Every day their lives get worse. We have the clans still lynching black men and demons who burn the church. We have babies having babies and babies born on crack. We have women being beaten by no good men who should be slapped. We've got the planet being messed up from all the pollution in the world. But I still hear poets writing poems just to impress girls. Oh, it's a sad day for poetry, but many of you still don't know it. So you need to ask yourselves, why am I a poet? Continent! Scary movie. Yeah, check it, y'all. Living in America, it's like a scary movie, man. Keep it low. Scary. I got the hook up on the 6th day from the nutty professor who taught American history X. From the X-Files to Malcolm X, who fought with the X-Men against white boys in the hood because they were gang related. They were members of the KKK, the CIA, and the NYPD Blues, who never refused to leave us bloody or crippled, whether we were Crips or Bloods, because to them we are the enemy of the state. So sometimes they would beat us with hate until we were the color purple. that even the sky would cry with purple rain from watching us endure the growing pains of American life, where we have one life to live. But most of us are living out the best days of our lives in prison, where we are doing life. It doesn't seem right, but we aren't white, so our plight remains pitch black, but we are considered a menace to society. Whether we are good fellas or homeboys in outer space, our species isn't safe here in the wild, wild west, where the reality of freedom is just pulp fiction when you're marked for it on Schindler's List and forced to face off with the devil's advocate, Robocops, erasers, and Terminators, who are all natural-born killers, fighting Armageddon and the apocalypse now, while we're bedazzled into going to house parties and making booty calls, wondering how Stella got her groove back, thinking she's got to have it because she was still waiting to exhale after the best man failed to stand and deliver. Meanwhile, we're experiencing close encounters of the third kind with white men with dangerous minds. Of a 9.5 weeks we've been sleepless in Seattle, running the green miles to get away from U.S. Marshals who declared us the fugitive. In this dark city, in this New Jack City of angels, where devils have a license to kill us from dusk to dawn, making us wish we were gone with the wind, because they have us under siege, trapped in the jaws of Godzilla, listening to true lies while being digested in the belly of the beast master who started Star Wars between white stars and black stars in Hollywood. But most black stars are no good cause soldiers pretending to be bravehearts like Rambo, when in truth they are just bamboozled sambos who can be seen any given Sunday acting dumb and dumber, because they've fallen in too deep, sleeping with the enemy, trying to get an interview with the vampire, hoping to become hired assassins who put our wheel of fortune in jeopardy if the price is right. So our life is like a scary movie, void of happy days or right. So our life is like a scary movie, void of happy days or good times. Every day is like Friday the 13th, Halloween, or Nightmare on M Street. For although we thought we were unbreakable, we've been broken by whips and left without hope for glory or an Independence Day. After we were stolen by the Grinch, the Arabs, Germans, Portuguese, English, and French who displaced us like the Lion King to live a bug's life, starving for soul food, listening to our souls cry freedom. But hanging out in Rosewood is as good as it gets, because they love to hear us scream. So we scream 1, scream 2, scream 365 days of the year, praying to the Godfather 1, 2, 3,000 times a day. But he just maintains the silence of the lamb, denying us support justice while we disappear like the hollow man, hoping that our empire strikes back. But our Rambos are done Nebraskos and double agents, so we remain trapped in the cell, raising hell with spawn and the hellraisers in front of the White House, a haunted house shouting no justice, no peace. But the police are the bad boys and we're more like rebels without a cause, because even though we die hard, they are hard to kill. Plus we're too scared to kill a mockingbird compared to these racist whites who act like it's always a time to kill a black man. Those no good bastards have made many black children bastards by killing our fathers. So sometimes I feel like a fatherless child, being treated like a child when I'm a full-grown man, because in the eyes of the clan, every black man is a boy, a mere toy for child's play. So now I pray for all my children, asking God to bless the child. But these are the end of days where the hand that rocks the cradle is taking out the dead, for there are no survivors. Every patient dies at General Hospital, although Dr. Doolittle does a lot. Queen Elizabeth has already given the order, Romeo must die. So black men, put on your full metal jackets. Don't worry about saving Private Ryan, save yourself. Get on the bus, go back to the future, to the year 2020, which is the dateline or prime time for our current affairs, where we only have 60 minutes to get a hard copy of the days of our life. Because here in the net, we act like we're psycho or crazy. We won't take a long walk home cause we love driving Miss Daisy. But it doesn't amaze me to see us this way, because in the movies, these are the roles that we play. They never portray me as anything good. Will never use me to play Robin Hood, but I'll be the nigga who's always robbing the hood. And it's always been like this, regardless of what. So now I'm trying to make contact with my alien brothers lost in outer space, because the fifth element isn't safe. Here in Babylon 5, where you could be King Kong or the dance or Queen, Superman or Batman. If you're a black man seeking respect from Uncle Sam, then you're on a mission. Impossible.
Yes.